So from the teacher's perspective, when they click on one of their classrooms, it takes them to the landing page called the stream. So this is where up at the top, you'll see the name of the course, you'll see the class code that's associated with the course, and you'll also see the Meet link, which is associated with this particular class. So the class code will be important for students to access the first time. It'll also be important if they're accessing it from a different computer and they'd never signed in before. The Meet link is unique for this particular class. So if the students need to log in for asynchronous, which is a real-time session, they'll be able to use that. So I'll just scroll down so that you can see the layout from the teacher's perspective. You'll notice that on the right-hand side, the teacher has an indication of what has been turned in if the post is an assignment post, and also that it's been assigned to students in the class. As I scroll down, you'll notice that the content kind of looks like a social media stream you may not be able to see here, but the content is actually loaded and presented in a sequential by date order, with the most recent posts being at the very top. So I'll just give an example of a new post being created. So as a teacher, I can create a test post. Please introduce yourselves. I can broadcast it to all students or particular students, and I can add any sort of files, links, anything that I've got in my Google Drive or a video, and then I can hit post. And you'll notice that it appears at the very top and it's date stamped or time stamped. So if you have a post that you need to find, you'll notice because it is sequential, you'll have to scroll down to locate the post that or the information that you're trying to recover in the post. Another thing to note is that on the left-hand side, you'll see these icons that indicate, for example, an assignment, a question. This is course material, so content that's been uploaded. So it does break down the posts so that you can categorize them. This does not have an icon because it was a post created directly on the stream, and it was just a discussion question that was started. And so then I'll scroll back up to the top. On the left-hand side beside the stream, you'll see that if there were any upcoming, they would be posted here. When I click View All, you'll see the upcoming, so June 30th, 20th, and 10th. And that's the reason that they're not currently appearing on the left-hand side in upcoming.
We're going to now look at the Stream tab in a class. That's the main communication tab for any class that you're part of. When I log into my Google Classroom, the first time I do see any classes that are listed here as different boxes, and the title of the classes are here. We're going to go into the STEAM 3D class. And immediately, the moment that you go into your class, it defaults to the Stream tab, which is right here at the top. As this was mentioned by Laura from the teacher view, this is much like a social media communication list. It shows the most current communications. So I can see here, I have Laura Morrison here that has communicated about a story. I can also see here all these other views or options here. So there's a question that has been posted. I can also see that there's a sample quiz. So all of these details are listed, and typically they are listed from the most current to the oldest. So the oldest post will be at the bottom. So it is important, if you do want to see something that was posted a while ago, you may have to scroll through quite a few different options. It's also important to recognize that you have anything upcoming will be listed to the left. So I see I do have something due. So that does help, again, really emphasize to students what is their current workload. And the main page, I do see the title of the class here. I can also see that I can share something with the class. Now, this has been enabled by the teacher. In some classes, this will not be enabled and only the teacher can post. So I can say, today is a sunny day. And a teacher may allow you to post different things or say hello in this forum or in this area, but they may not. So it's important to recognize what those conditions are and how the stream should be used. In most cases, most teachers are encouraging students to put a specific response or communication that they have specified. So they may not encourage any chats among students to be done in this way because it typically does clutter up your stream and becomes difficult for people to find different items. Again, if you see anything that's grayed out, you see here it's solid. Solid means it has still needs to be done, or it's assigned, there's still work to be done, whereas grayed out means it's been either completed, turned in, or it has been viewed in the case of material. And again, scrolling down, you can see different options. The student view, you are unable to change this sorting view, but the teacher can move different posts that are at the bottom. They can move them to the top, but from the student, you just see the order. And again, you can see things here where you may need to add a comment and the teacher is asking questions. So you can just add comments by typing in here, and then you could see any of your classmates' comments as well. So it does, again, I think it's just getting used to seeing all this material in one place. It does go in order, so from latest to oldest, but again, the teacher can change and move certain things around. And that is the stream view.